Yes, look at this,
Hold
eh?
on.
For everyone who didn't know, Mr. Eli from Abbotsford just had his very first baby. And look at that. We're getting a live look at the new baby.
And he won't stop crying.
Yeah. That's live streaming for you, eh?
All right.
It's just earlier we chatted a little bit and it was like, oh yeah, the baby's sleeping lots. And you know, he just woke up because of how well the Canucks are doing, eh?
That's right.
Awesome. Welcome to the stream, Eli.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Awesome to have you. Yeah, everyone's getting a good look at the little one. It's very cute.
Yeah.
How many weeks old now?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. Oh, yes.
Or three, maybe 3.5.
Yeah. Time doesn't mean anything to you at this point, eh?
No, it really doesn't.
So I wanted to bring you on today for a couple of reasons. We're going to talk about your Canucks fandom a bit. We're going to talk a bit about your channel.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk a little bit about tonight's game because lots of fun so far tonight. Actually, I'll put the scoreboard. I think I can put that on the screen here too. Perfect. So first, let's ask you a couple questions. If you had to pick your favorite Canuck of all time, is it Peterson? Because your name.
Well, that is the only jersey I have with the name on the back. So
yeah.
But if I had to go back in time, I would say, and not pick like the most, famous Canuck, I'd probably go with Sammy Salo back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. The man with the best slap shot probably ever in franchise history, I'd say.
Yeah. Though I call him the one nut wonder.
Yeah. Yeah. What game was that? Who were we playing? He took it right off the nuts and now he only has one.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. I guess him and Joshua, right?
Yeah.
They probably can.
Yeah. You can get together and
relate over some things.
If you were going to pick your favorite Canucks moment of all time, who are you picking? Or what are you picking for your favorite moment?
It has to be the that Nashville game where they hit the post on the empty netter, they come down, and Brock gets the game winner. I think hat trick goal too.
Yeah, fresh. That's fresh, and you remember it just happening last year in the playoffs. So
yeah,
coming back against Nashville, which was wild.
Yeah, magical.
Yeah. So let's talk a bit about your channel too. As everyone can see, I've got his socials scrolling behind. Peteysnipe40 if you want to check him out. Lots of fun stuff on there. What made you start the channel in the first place?
So I always wanted to, talk about Canucks, obviously. But I'd say everything I've done on there, I think it's been like maybe a month and a half, 2 months, but it's just been basically like stuff that I would want to watch on YouTube. So just like the post-game stuff, random clips and things. But lately it's been, just kind of like whatever I find creative that I enjoy making. I like watching opinions versus just pure recaps. I want to hear people's thoughts. So I figure, okay, I'll see if anybody wants to watch it.
Do you have much experience with that kind of thing?
Online.
Have you done video editing and that kind of stuff in your past? What's your experience with regards to that kind of thing?
Yeah, not much. I mean, I always joke, I went to a private school growing up, so they're pretty lax. And I, for all my projects, I would just convince the teachers that I could just make videos for the projects instead of whatever, the essays and stuff. So I got away with quite a bit.
Was it MEI?
But, sorry?
Was it MEI?
No. It was High Road Academy.
Oh, okay.
Represent.
Nice. Call out to your alumni.
Yeah.
So what's kind of been your favorite video so far that you've put out?
Don't throw up on me, buddy. Please. I would say, I don't know. I maybe the last one. I think I like that one because it's hot topic moment, and then just kind of quickly chat about the game quick. But yeah, the JT Miller one was fun. It's tough to make stuff that doesn't get copyrighted though. So
Yeah.
but not that it matters, but just like the risk of it. But yeah, I'd say it's basically, if you look at my channel, it's basically like a journey of me figuring out what I want to do with it. I'm sure it'll continue to change.
Yeah. Yeah. You can even see, like, even I've just started the streaming thing, started in the preseason. And as you can see, like almost every stream, something's different, something's changed. So, and that's all about the process, right? You're just slowly building as you go and getting
Yeah.
better and doing new fun things, like just doing what you want. Right. And I would say, my advice to you as somebody who was just kind of messing around too, to start, before you get monetized, you can do whatever the heck you want, right? Like, it doesn't even matter. And then once you get to that point where you want to get the monetization going, then that's when you can kind of go through and clean up all your copyright strikes. But another guy who we have in chat and on the show, he actually donated tonight. Jake's Takes Hockey donated $28 tonight on the first night we can actually do that. He's another YouTuber who has been doing some really cool stuff with the Canucks. He does really funny summaries, so you should check him out. But the thing we've realized is if you have about 5 seconds of the highlights, 5 to 7 seconds, you won't get a copyright. So if you just chop it up that way, but then you can kind of have a crazy video too. So
yeah, exactly.
How are you feeling about Max Sasson so far tonight in his first NHL game?
He looks pretty good. I've heard from a few people like that talk pretty high about him. I try and go to as much Abbey games as I can, and like, he's definitely pretty decent. Like, he can hold his own. And I think tonight, I don't think he's played much though. I'm not too sure what his time is, but he looks like he holds his own, looks good. Obviously, like, nice assist. And we just need guys who can come up and really just hold the fort down, play good D. But him getting on the score sheet, that's pretty good. It's nice.
Love to see
first NHL game too, right?
As dad was flipping out in the crowd, he was having a good time. I'm just looking it up. He has played 5 minutes and 50 seconds so far tonight. So not a lot of time on the ice, but making the most of it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And yeah, and I guess that fourth line is Baines, Sasson, and
Ratu.
So yeah, pretty, like, that's like Abby's line there. So yeah, I guess they wouldn't get much time on ice, but
yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, we have to talk about it. The 5-minute major to Quinn Hughes and gets tossed. What's your thoughts on him getting just ejected from the game first thing?
Yeah, that's terrible. That, I think so. Elliot said because of the injury, like, I guess they called it a major, and if you call it a major, no matter what, if their face is injured or head, it's a game misconduct. So I'm not sure if they're allowed to, like, it. Could they have just said it's just a regular, like, 2-minute boarding? I don't know, but the fact they called it a major and there's an injury, hey, it's okay. They had to eject him. I think that's terrible for the game. I think it's Saturday night. So many Canuck fans there, and even Ottawa fans. Like, if you just think about the regular person, it's really expensive to go to a game. And you have the Norris Trophy winner. You have arguably the most exciting defenseman in the league that you're paying a lot of money to go see. Keep in mind, you might be pretty high up if it's nosebleeds, but still, you're paying a lot of money to enjoy the game, watching one of the greatest players in the world, and he's ejected within the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, that's embarrassing for the game, I think. Like, and he's not malicious. He's not a Ryan Reeves. Like, I think it was a huge mistake. And he doesn't even like it either, right, buddy? Right? You love Hughes. He's your favorite guy. So we're pretty distraught over here.
I failed to ask, what did you name the child?
Levi.
Very cute.
Levi and Eli.
That sounds like trouble to me.
Yeah, well, that's what my wife would say.
Yeah. So any other standouts for you in the game tonight? Canucks wise, looking good.
Well, my one concern is more with Tocchet and Big Hog. Like, I feel like Hoaglander's been a bit like in the doghouse, and then he draws that, or he takes the penalty, and a couple moments too where he, maybe overthinks it. Like, I think Hoaglander can be one of the most exciting players on our team, and I just feel like he's too nervous to be playing for Tocchet, and I think he's digging himself deeper in the doghouse. So that's my one, like, kind of feeling a little bit concerned for him. But hopefully he can, turn it around in the third period, get back in the good books. But I think Tocchet is not too impressed with him.
What do you think what is Tocchet looking for from, what is he looking for from Hoglander to get out of that doghouse? Or I guess we can call it the hog house at this point.
Yeah. The hog house. That's pretty good. Yeah, I mean he's in the hog house for sure. What does he need to do to get out of it? Well, you got to play your Tocchet game, defense first. You have to, I think overthinking it. Petey for a long time when he wasn't doing too well, he overthought a lot. But when you're, you can be argued as a top 10 center in the league, maybe top 5, you can get away with it. But he just has to play like a simple game, kind of like Garland on the power play. He didn't try to do too much when they scored. He just got the puck to the net. It can never go wrong with just making the simple play. So I think if he can just go with your gut, just, you can take risks, and then obviously stay out of the penalty box. So, but he's probably gripping his stick a little bit too much. So probably a mental game too.
Yeah. I think though, it's funny because you say he's gripping his stick too hard. Sometimes I feel like he's only gripping it with one hand, and that might be one of the problems that Tocchet has with Hoglander, because I feel like a lot of the time he's trying to do, like, he thinks he's Todd Bertuzzi or something. He's trying to go in with one hand on the stick. I feel like it's a better idea to have both hands on your stick trying to make those plays, because it can work, but you're going to have more success if you're keeping both hands on your stick.
Yeah, 100%.
And then you got Jake DeBrusk now with 2 goals. Are we thinking he completes the Hattie tonight?
I think so. I think if there's any night he's gonna get a hat trick, it's tonight. It's Ottawa. I mean, they have Travis Hamonic on defense. Come on, tonight's the night. He's gonna get. If I were a betting man, which I'm not, but if I were, I'd be putting some money on DeBrusk getting the hat trick.
Right. It's kind of crazy now that I didn't even remember that Hamonic was on Ottawa, because now you got Adam Gaudette, you got Travis Hamonic, you got Travis Green, and you got Noam Baumgartner in the Ottawa organization. So there's a lot of Canuck content over there.
Yeah. You know what gave me a bit of a flashback was when Travis Green got the too many man penalty. I feel like he did that a lot when he was our coach.
Absolutely. Yeah, we saw a few of those, I think, but I don't know if that's a Travis Green thing or just a Canucks thing, because I feel like we got a bunch under Rick Tocchet as well.
True.
So what are you looking for from the Canucks in the third period overall?
Well, we got the lead. I mean, this is like Canucks of last year. Like, you could say Rick Tocchet hockey if we're able, like, this is the template. You have the lead going into the third. This is the structure that he has implemented into the team, where you just grind out the win. You got the lead, grind it out. So don't take bad penalties. Don't give Ottawa any space. Be good on the forecheck. I think there's no choice tonight but to pretty much ride like all 4 lines, which I think is a good. And then obviously Ottawa's not that great, so I think it could be a good tell, of how these lines go, with the seeing the trust that he will have in players with how they go, how they do in this third. So yeah, I think just good forecheck, play hard, don't give Ottawa any space. The Stutzel line, that is definitely a concern. They're pretty good. And then I am interested to see if Gaudette, because is he on the fourth line?
Yeah, he's
like, are they up against Assassin line?
Yeah, he's the fourth line center.
So I think Gaudette, if he like makes sure they don't give him any space, because this would be the night where he'd probably pot another one.
You're right. We do tend to see former Canucks scoring against us on a regular basis. But even after saying that, I feel like we're just at a point now where there's been so much turnover in the Canucks organization in general that there's a lot of former Canucks all over the league.
100%.
Just trying to see here if Gaudette, how much time he had. So Gaudette has played 4 minutes and 9 seconds so far tonight. So even less than the Canucks fourth line has played. So not getting a lot of trust from Travis Green.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I wonder with the power play, like if they're gonna switch it up. It's weird. Like what? It seems like they're going through Garland on the power play, and he's good. But like, would they not try and like go have the power play run through Petey? Like, I feel like that would be the play.
I think probably the only reason that's not happening is because Petey's kind of taken over Besser's role in that kind of like net front to the half boards kind of a presence. So, but it would be interesting to see what kind of deployment you get after Quinn Hughes got ejected out of this game.
Yeah, that's true actually. So they have Hronek there. Yeah, and then obviously Brandstrom, this is a good opportunity for him to step up and see what he can do.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't just be surprised to see Hronek on the first one and then Brandstrom plus they'll probably do 2 defense on the second power play unit there. So
yeah,
cool. Eli, thank you very much for joining the stream today. Check him out. He's Peteysnipe40 on YouTube. Hilarious video about Shilov's missing his blocker today. Just came out. Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
We'll talk soon.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. And you're putting out great stuff. That's awesome.
I appreciate that, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Take care. Bye.
Nothing is perfect.